Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 141 of the Ask the Coach show, where PingSkills helps you improve your table tennis. 141 is a semi-prime, a product of two prime numbers, namely 3 and 47. And today, we'll discuss how to get a high ball from your opponent and how to make your forehand attack more effective and how many gears you need for your forehand attack. I'm Jeff Plum, and as always, Super Coach Alois Rosario is here with me to answer your questions. Welcome, Alois.
Thank you, Jeff, and the voice is much better. Thank you for your kindness and thoughts.
Excellent. Good to hear. Now, it's important that your voice is better, Alois, because the PingSkills question of the day from yesterday was, can anyone say this player's name, Nuytinck? And can you?
I've got it. Dietrich has sent us a video telling us how to say Cedric Neutink. How's that, Dietrich? Any good? Do I pass? or not? No? Yes?
Yeah, we're going to love to hear it. And so we've been saying Dieter's name wrong too, because it's not Dieter, it's more like Dietrich. And it's Neutink.
Neutink.
Very good, Alois. Excellent. All right. And a few other people said, oh, it's too hard. Some people said it's easy for me because I speak that language. And some people said you should try Icelandic volcano names. Now, they're hard. Anyway. Oh, you're cutting out, Alois. You've gone the screen's gone black. I can't see you. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll just move on and hope it gets better. So that moves us on to the PingSkills question of the day, which is, tell us the name of your club and the best thing about it. So again, I've posted this question on Facebook. You can answer it there. It will be on our blog after this show. And you can post a comment on YouTube. So plenty of ways to get involved. All right. Let's move on to the questions then. And first up, we've got a question from Abbas, who says, hi, Alois. Is there a way to make my opponent give me high balls so I could topspin or smash it?
Yes. So one really simple way of doing it is to think about utilizing your service. So if you can change between no spin or even less.
All right, we're really struggling, Alois, but I think I've got the message. If you've got a heavy backspin serve and a no spin serve, or one even with just less backspin, then when you serve, you can fool your opponent. And if they think it's a heavy backspin ball and it's not a heavy backspin ball, then because of the angle of their racket, it will pop up. And that's why service is such a key aspect of table tennis. It's really important that you're able to vary your serve and vary the amount of spin on your serve. And if you can use a similar action for a heavy backspin and for a less backspin serve, it's going to be really hard for your opponent. So, this is a really good serve to work on, and it will hopefully confuse your opponent. And they might get one ball high, they might misread the one with heavy backspin, so that will go into the net. So yeah, work on your backspin and no backspin or less backspin variations of your serves. That'll really, really help you out. So thanks for the question, Abbas. Now, if you do that serve and you do get a high ball, then this next question from Anthony may be applicable. Because Anthony says, I found that my opponents are returning my loop too easily. Even when I swing as hard as I can within reason and maintain good technique, my opponent still returns the ball often and they return it quite low. What should I do? People say that I am hitting too spinny.
Yeah, so let's give this a try again. So often if you're brushing the ball too much, it's hard to generate a lot of speed. So by just flattening the contact out a little bit, you're going to start to generate a lot more speed with your shot. So still think about the action being very similar, you know, for your forehand topspin, starting position, finish position. But rather than just turning your bat over too much and getting too fine a contact, you just get a little bit flatter contact. Now, it's still important to make sure that there is that balance of, you still need that top spin as well. If you just hit it flat, completely flat that way, you're just not going to be able to get a consistent shot, because there's going to be no top spin, no dip on the ball, and the ball will go straight. So it's just all...
Yeah, it was going well, but we just lost you at the end there, Alois. But I've got a couple of questions about that anyway. So I understand, yeah, if you flatten it out, you're going to get more speed, but it is a compromise because you still need that top spin to get the ball to dip. Now, if I watch the best players in the world, you know, Zhu Xin and Ma Long, they seem to be able to generate incredible power and incredible spin. So, I mean, is that something we should be aiming for?
But you know, it is really difficult to get that.
No, we're losing you still here. This internet connection is not going well. So yeah, I think what Alois is trying to say is that, you know, they're incredible players, and, you know, they've developed their forehand over years and years of practice. So if you want to get a bit more speed, there's a couple of ways to do it. You can increase the speed that you're swinging through, but the other way is to flatten the ball out a little. But when we say flatten it out, we don't mean flatten it totally. Top spin's still the key. So, Anthony, just test out, see if you can, you know, in practice, work on, you know, flattening it out a little bit, but still getting lots of top spin. So just try, you know, maybe one spinny loop, one flatter loop, and just experiment around with your forehand and see if that helps you out. So good question, Anthony. Now this next question is really related to that, and it's from Ilya, who says, currently I have only 2 gears on my forehand topspin against backspin. I have the slow spinny topspin, and I play it 90% of the time, very consistent. And then I have the put away shot to use against popped up balls, slightly less consistent. And Ilya's question really is, how many gears does one need?
Yeah, so there's an infinite number of gears that you can use, and very similar to what we were just talking about and what Jeff was explaining there too. So, you know, with every shot, you can play it at, you know, 20 kilometers an hour, 30, 40, 50, and everything in between, and also then that variation between the spin and the speed as well. So how many do you actually need to have, the better your game is going to be.
Yeah, and we seem to get about 10 seconds from you, Alois, and then you cut out. So hopefully you got another 10 seconds now. I've just spoken. No, that time we only got the laugh. But yeah, Ilya, I think, you know, it is important to, you know, have those variations in between. And I kind of think that instead of thinking about having, you know, 2 gears and having just the slow and the fast, kind of just think about them being all the same shot, and, you know, you just come through a little bit quicker or a little bit slower, because the technique should remain the same. So instead of thinking of 2 opposites, think of, you know, one kind of slope. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how I think about it. You got any more comments, Alois? Are you back online?
I don't know, maybe. Am I here? Yeah.
You're just.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's good. So yeah, and I think again, Ilya, you can just practice this when you're training. You know, work on just variations of your speed. So maybe you can, in a training drill, start off with some slower ones and then just gradually increase the speed, So And then when you miss one, go back to being slow. So start off slow, and then every ball, just hit it a little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster. That'd be a good drill just to get you used to, you know, playing those different speed forehands. So get out on the table, give that a go, and let us know if it helps you out. Thank you for the question. Well, that wraps up the show, wraps up the last show for the week. It's been a good week, and I'm going to go and watch some football. My team, the Geelong Cats, are playing now. Hopefully they can get up and win. And hopefully you guys all have a great weekend with lots of table tennis. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Alois.
No worries, Jeff.
And very good pronunciation of Neutink.
No.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We will catch you again on Monday. Bye.